Hi, I'm Tom Maurer. I'm the founder and creator of Sisel International, and we're in our laboratories today to show you a demonstration on a dramatic new product that we're bringing out. And it's called Chia Moringa. This is really state-of-the-art product in dense nutrition. You see, in our society today, we're overfed but undernourished. We have so much fat in the foods that we eat. We go to be very tall, taller than our ancestors, but in reality, they're nutritionally depleted because the soils are so deficient in the nutrition that our ancestors once had, simply because it was eaten and gone generations ago. So at Sisel, we manufacture the products that we sell, and we have a very high-tech, sophisticated lab to make sure that we're putting out the finest products that we can develop. Far superior, I believe, than any product in the entire world, in about any single line you want to talk about that Sisel produces. But today we're going to talk about a new product called Chia Moringa. And it's a combination of an ingredient from the moringa tree in India, which is a very good broad spectrum nutritional ingredient. And it has about 90 different types of nutrients in it. We've combined that with the chia seed from South America. Now, chia, for most people don't know anything other than perhaps a chia head, but the chia seed was the traditional food of the Mesoamerican culture, much more so than corn was. In fact, when the Spanish came in and conquered the Americas, they even made it against the law to grow chia, because it was what really was the nutritional supplement that, or the food base of the indigenous population at that time, because it has many more nutrients than even moringa has, and some types that are even more important, such as your omega-3s and your essential fatty acids. So as we realize that in society that the food that we eat are deficient in two things: essential nutrients and trace minerals. Those are very important for biological processes that must happen, and food is about 75% deficient in those. So we have a product that we've developed called Supermax, a form for men and a form for women, that provide these 74 or so essential trace minerals plus other essential nutrients to supply those components that are really necessary for essential biological functions. But our body also needs building blocks, or nutrients that have enormous power for proteins, amino acids, carbohydrates, fiber, and things like the omega-3s and the essential fatty acids and certain types of vitamins and other minerals important for growth. And so that's why we've developed Chia Moringa. This is the most powerful nutrient-dense product, I believe, in the entire industry. And this bottle is designed to give you enough for 2 meals, or 2 days actually, if you'll take it. Now, there aren't too many products out, and most people have not really heard of moringa or even chia, because they're not very widely sold throughout society today. But in India they are, and down into Central America they're now used much more so. But they're much more nutritious than corn or wheat or any of these other things that you use. So as we combined them together, we also looked at some components from some ancient grains that we added to it. So we had the most broad spectrum, dense nutrient complex that is in the marketplace today, in our opinion. And we wanted to compare it and show you, because companies will say, well, we have the best and it does all of these miraculous things, but in reality, the average customer doesn't know what is in the product that they're using. They see the advertising and they see what's there. So this was a good opportunity we had to give you some visual demonstration of the differences between a moringa product that's being sold throughout this country and into some other countries at this time, and the new one that we've developed. So you can see, without a chemical analysis, you can see visually for yourself there's a tremendous difference in products and how they are made. At Sisel, we make sure that when we build a formulation, and we specialize in skin care, hair care, dental, but then into all types of really powerful natural products for all types of uses that the human body has need of, from things from arthritis to the brain to the heart to all of the organs, to energy, to longevity, to anti-aging, antioxidants. But as we've looked at formulations in the marketplace, we see there's a tremendous difference between what they are and what could be done. And that's what we've tried to accomplish with every product we have. And we think that every single product we have is vastly superior to any product we've ever seen in the marketplace. And we're going to show you the difference today. So let's start off with our Chia Moringa product. Now, it has all of these nutrients. We've talked about them with the chia and the moringa and the ancient grains in ours. This is a competitive moringa product that's being touted today, but there's a big difference between the two, and we'll show you. As an example, these are 2 cylinders. This has the moringa product in it, and this has our Chia Moringa. Now, they've both been allowed to settle for about an hour, and as you can see, there's a tremendous difference between the two in the material. This one is basically settled out because primarily we believe it's water, where this is a very nutritionally dense product, and it's stayed in solution because there's so much material. There isn't a lot of water to go to the top and a little bit of dense material to go to the bottom. As a comparison to show you, I've gotten a laser pointer here, and this laser pointer, it's very easy to illustrate the differences between it. As you can see, when I put this paper up against the moringa product, the laser goes right through it, no matter where you're at it, until you get down into the dense material. But it goes completely through it because there's not much in the way of nutritional density here to reflect the beam back and forth. But if you bring out our Chia Moringa product, you'll notice that even though it's on the paper, when you bring it to the material, it simply does not penetrate from top to bottom, because Chia Moringa from Sisel is so nutritionally dense. Now, what does that mean to you? Of course, it means one, you're getting a lot of water, and the other, you're getting a lot of material. We also did an analysis in the lab. Now, a very simple analysis, and we did it on total dissolved solids, and we found that the Chia Moringa product we carry has about 4,600 of TDS, and the moringa product was about 800. That's a big difference from a total dissolved solids of 800 to 4,600, especially when you talk about the differences in water. I believe this one has spring water, and water traditionally will have somewhere around 400 to 600 parts per million of just dissolved mineral in it. So when you talk about a product that is about 800 total dissolved solid, you're not talking about a lot of material in solution. Where you look at 4,600, that's a nutritionally dense product. There's another demonstration that we can put on, and what we've done is we've taken a couple of beakers and put a single layer of cheesecloth on it. And you can see for yourself, a nutritionally dense product will go through it very slowly, and one that's watery will go through it very fast. So let's start with the Chia Moringa product. We'll shake it up good so that it's in solution, although there's not much to shake up because it is in solution. So as I pull it out, I will pour it in very slowly, and you'll see instead of pouring through, it's just dripping through, and in the top right now it's full. I can't pour hardly any more without going over it. And yet if we take the moringa product, it's a whole different situation with it, because as you pour it through, you'll see it's quite liquidy, and it pours right through very, very fast. Why? Because it's mostly water. So we're talking about a tremendous differences in the cost of the products too, besides the concentration of the ingredients. For about half the price of the other product, you can buy a bottle that will last you twice as long. So it's nutritionally dense, it's much more diverse in the types of nutrition that it has with it, highly concentrated, and you buy it for less. And the last thing, of course, is taste. No matter how good a product is, if it doesn't taste good, people don't want to use it. This one, I've tried it, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't like to try it the second time. The Chia Moringa is a delicious product. I drink it anytime. It tastes as good as any juice you'd buy out of the supermarket. One taste and you'll think delicious. One taste of this, and you probably think bamboo water.